Hello, good morning and welcome to the Musa Stadium here in Houston, Texas for Day 3, Season 2 of the American Premier League Cricket Tournament. We've got a double header again for you today. Up first this morning, the premium Afghans. We're seeing them in action for the first time, taking on the premium Indians, who came out yesterday and took down the defending champions, premium Windies. It's a glorious stadium here in Mosa, and the two captains joined the wonderful Roshni for the toss. So let's see what happened there and what's going to be happening when we head out to the pitch.
Okay. Thank you.
Mic nikal de.
Teams lining up on the outside there. And here's Roshni. Well, slightly overcast conditions, a little bit on the chilly side. But for those of you tuning in from the likes of England on Viaplay, this is almost tropical. And exciting, we've got so many people tuning in from all over the world watching American Premier League Season 2. And looking forward to seeing the premium Afghans in action for the first time today.
Good morning, everyone. It's toss time here at the Musa Stadium in Texas. It's a bit gloomy, but there's a lot of action coming your way. It's the premium Indians versus the premium Afghans, and with me I have the premium Indians captain, Ravi Bopara, the premium Afghans captain, Ehsan Jannat, as well as our match referee, Danny Khan. Ravi, you've got the coin. Let's give it a flip.
Head.
Heads is the call.
And head is the winner.
Heads is the winner. Ehsan, you've won the toss. What have you chosen to do and why?
We will bat first because the wickets look good, so we put good score on the board.
What do you think might be a good total?
Maybe it's 150 is a good total on this wicket.
It's the first game for you guys at APL. How has the preparations been going?
Yeah, we've done our best for this tournament, so we'll do our best.
All the best.
Thank you.
Ravi, if you had won the toss, what would you have chosen?
I think I would have batted first as well, same as yesterday. I think throughout the tournament it's shown that the team batting first has had the advantage, especially in the morning with the dew and everything. So, but that's okay, that's not a problem. We've got a very strong bowling lineup as well, so we're quite happy to bowl first.
Yeah, speaking of that bowling lineup, I mean, Sunny did well yesterday, but you guys have a lot of variations. You've got the pace, you've got the spinners. So what might be some of the preparations, considering the toss didn't go your way?
Well, look, the wicket might be a little bit damp this morning. It didn't look like this yesterday. It looked a lot drier yesterday, so there's a little bit of dampness there, which might work in our favour as well. So, all good. We're happy.
And lastly, any changes to the squad?
We've got a couple of guys who have come in. The captain from yesterday is not playing Deval, so it's hard for me. I've only just met everybody, so yeah. But there is 2 changes.
Will go well.
Thank you.
Well, you've heard it from the middle here. The premium Afghans have won the toss, and they have elected to bat.
Well, that's the news from the middle. The Afghans have won the toss and are going to have a bat first. Players all out on the field, quick and ready. The Indians obviously coming off the back of that win yesterday against the defending champions Windies. Exciting game, that one. Right down to the wire, nail-biting finish. So played 1-1. They only posted 104 in their 20 overs, but they did manage to restrict the Windies to 98 for 7 in theirs. Crucial 29 from Ravi Bopara and some pretty fine and dandy bowling from Sunny Patel. He picked up 3 for 14 and the player of the match accolade. And happy to say that again this morning I'm joined by the one, the only. It's Jay Shah. Good morning to you, Jay.
Good morning, how are you?
Yeah, pretty good, thank you.
Windy day today. Live from Houston, Texas. First ball comes in, beautiful delivery. Down to the third man for a single.
And the Afghans are up and running. Yeah, so we're into day 3, so all set, all good, on the charge now. If you could make the weather do something a bit better, I feel like you have that kind of power. If you could warm it up a little bit, I could do with going back to England with a tan.
Absolutely. Windy today, cloudy. As long as it doesn't rain, I believe you should be all good to go. And I think this is going to be a great match.
He's bowled him. Well, what a start this is for the Indians, looking to hit it through the covers. And Bale's zinging, lighting up. Doesn't matter how dreary it is out there. You can see those lights. He rehearses the shot. But that is the absolute dream start for the Premium Indians. They pick up a wicket in just the second ball of the day. They lost the toss and were asked to bowl. Well, they don't mind. And that is an absolute peach of a delivery from Wig.
Wow, what a start. Amazing. This is the best start of the tournament so far. Ideal start for the Indian team. You can see the confidence has boosted since the miraculous victory yesterday. Defending 105, winning against the mighty Windies, and they are on target today.
Well, the dream start, you would say, for the Indians. Just the one run and the one wicket on the board now. Brings Samit Patel to the middle much earlier than he might have hoped. Well, we were impressed with the bowling of Wig yesterday, and he's just carried on in the same vein again today. Found his line pretty quickly. 2 deliveries in. On the money. Bale's flying. Nothing better as a fast bowler. Well, that's going to be the first boundary of the day. And just as we were talking about his line, he's missed it straight down the leg side. And that's a gimme for the Afghan.
Well bowled.
It's over so far. We've seen you can see a few of the Indian players just rubbing their hands.
Has played in all major leagues. A lot's going to depend on appeal for an LBW. That's a close one. He's got him.
The Afghans, they won the toss and they chose of strife.
What is
finest? Yesterday was all about the spin. You know what? Today
spectacular bowling?
and he's just This is their first game in the tournament.
Absolutely amazing.
.104, I wasn't convinced that they had enough. They never really got themselves going, and they looked like they were just sort of plodding along for a while and just kept falling further and further behind that run rate. But that closes out the first over, a very successful one for Stephen Wigg and for the Premium Indians. 2 wickets coming in the first over. Both openers, they came, they saw, they went very quickly, and they'll be sat in the dugout watching on, thinking about their breakfast. And should they have had something, should they have had eggs for breakfast? How do you like your eggs in the morning? Well, not with the side of bales flying in all directions. Unless your name is Stephen Wigg. Oh, he'll be pretty pleased with himself so far today. 2 wickets in his first over of the day.
Right time over.
And we said that yesterday was all about the spin. Not just taking wickets, but getting the squeeze on, preventing run scoring. And it's going to be Abu Azur Safi. Apologies, Adil Bhatti to continue from this end. The second over for him. Well, just 1 over down, 2 wickets gone. Well, that's really good pace from Bhatti to begin with. Patel just not getting anything on that. He rehearses that cut shot. As you can see, the wind blowing around this Moses Stadium here in Houston, Texas, the only stadium around adorned with stars and stripes, and also adorned with talented cricket players from all over the world. And shorter from Bhatti, and Patel looks to flick it off his hips, doesn't get anything on it, and actually wide down the leg side from Bhatti. He's done him for pace, and he thought he might have something on that. Keeper puts it down anyway, but Bhatti's, he's got Samit Patel's number at the moment. He comes up the pitch, does a little bit of gardening, swings his bat back over his shoulder. Well, what a start this has been for the Premium Indians. They didn't have the start they would have wished for with the bat yesterday, but they managed to drag it back in the field. Shorter, and Patel will come through just for 1. Well, those are some mighty fine orange shoes. I was talking about the shoes yesterday with Premium Indian player and fellow commentator Kieran Powell, but those are some snazzy ones. We'll have to ask him about those later, because I think as a cricketer, that's how you can express yourself. When you've got to wear a uniform, they can't control what you put on your feet. It's a lovely delivery. Shoulders, arms. And day 3 of season 2 of the American Premier League. 2 years out since season 1, where the Windies lifted that title. And back and bigger, better, bolder, brighter, and bolshier. That's lovely. Flick off the legs. And that's a much needed boundary for the Afghans. It has been slow through this outfield, but that didn't seem to have too much of trouble finding the boundary, just using the pace of Batty. Well, I was saying that it was chilly, but actually Stephen Wigg is taking jumpers off, handing them to the umpire, working up a warmth. The pace bowler. 2 in his first over. What can he do here? Samit Patel facing up, the right-handed Englishman, to the left-handed bowler, and that's right on the money. Well, Jay, what a start this has been for the Premium Indians. It's what they would have dreamed of when they put their heads on their fluffy white pillows last night.
Absolutely, Georgie. I mean, you can see their body language. That's a beautiful shot through trying to steer through the cover straight to the fielder. Yes, as you can see, their body language. You can tell from their body language. They seem energetic. They seem like they want to win the game. So amazing. I mean, they've really surprised all of us in the first game, and today they're on the money already.
Yeah, were you like me yesterday? Do you think they just not put enough on the board? Or were you confident that they could defend it, 104?
To be honest with you, I was pretty surprised. I thought Windies had the game in the bag. But, you know, cricket is a funny game. You never know until you know.
As the old saying goes. Left arm over, nicely played.
That's a beautiful shot.
Yes, that outfield just slows it up. Early morning dew. It's not been the quickest outfield the last few days, so fielders having to get the yards in and chase because they know there is the chance they'll be able to stop it. We saw some great fielding yesterday, teamwork, putting bodies on the line. And what a start this has been for the Indians. Batty left arm around the wicket to the right-hander. And you can see they've got the towel out, having to just trying to keep that ball dry at the moment. The white towel goes in the back of the trousers.
First match of the tournament for the Afghans. Bowler comes in and bowls. Oh, and he's bowled him!
Well, 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 what a day Stephen Batty is having. That is his 3rd wicket of the day. The Afghans, this is an absolute nightmare of a start for the team playing their first game in the tournament. But when bowler is on form like this, there is absolutely nothing you can do. Just try to swing through it. Done for pace, done for precision. And Stephen Batty, he picks up his 3rd. He's already got the 2 openers in his pocket, and now he's got the number 4. And that's 3 wickets for him. 3 wickets for the Indians, and the Afghans, they're in all sorts of strife. Dream start this morning for the Indians. Don't know what kind of pep talks they've been having, but this is just what you needed. That was the final ball of the over. And 3 wickets for Stephen Wigg. And Samit Patel can only watch on from the other end. So 3 overs and 3 wickets. Not bad if you're a man in blue right now. And I'm sure there are plenty of people supporting the premium Indians tuning in from all over the world. So hello to all of you. Welcome to the Motor Stadium. Not quite resplendent in the sunshine today, but it doesn't matter about the weather when the cricket is this hot, hot, hot. And Batty to continue with his second. It's just defended into the covers by Samit Patel. Well, wow. We said it'd been a dream start, and then they picked up another wicket, Jay.
Absolutely. I mean, it's an absolute gem of a start. Ideal start any team would want. I mean, I'm just impressed by this bowler. You know, his energy, his action. From the very first ball, he's been right on the money. Lot's gonna be depending on Samit Patel's shoulders now. Experienced lad. He needs to produce a magical innings here.
Yeah, it's difficult to produce a magical innings when the bowling is this good. Sometimes you just have to look back and appreciate what's happening. You don't want to, and I don't imagine you'd be applauding out loud, but in your head you can have got to think, well, actually that was a pretty fine delivery. I'm quite glad I'm not on the end of it.
I think what the Afghans need to do is now they need to sit back.
Yeah, you can't just keep swinging. I think at the moment they need to just try and rotate the strike, dot up the singles, get a bit of pressure off, try and just get something on the scoreboard, because you can't just keep swinging. It's not going to work against this bowling at the moment. And then we know what kind of spin comes in the middle, the likes of Sunny Patel, 3 for 14 for him yesterday. So spin did the talking yesterday. Pace is doing it so far today, but doesn't mean to say that the spinners can't come and shine again.
With 3 wickets down so early, I think they need to sit back, they need to regroup, they need to build a partnership here.
Again, right on the money from Batty. Yeah, so first game for the Afghans in this tournament, and then this afternoon we're going to see the Aussies in action for the first time as well. An exciting prospect. I don't know how they've made it to day 3. They've just been sitting around on their bums for 2 days watching the action without having to play.
I know. We're looking forward to seeing Ben Cutting in action. That's a good shot on the onside. Only a single.
Well, it closes out the 4th over. 3 wickets down. The premium Afghans. And these two in the middle just need to try and rebuild something. Get something on the board that isn't a wicket. But for the Indians, just keep it the same. Copy and paste that. Unsurprisingly, Stephen Wigg is going to continue, and he's going to bowl his 3rd on the trot. The tall left arm pacer. 3 wickets so far. 2 in the first over and 1 in his second. What a day he's having already. And it's not even 9 o'clock. You might not even have finished your morning coffee, and Stephen Wigg already has 3 wickets. In comes the left armer round the wicket. And he fields it off his own bowling. Samit Patel just struggling to time it at the moment. Being done a little for pace, late onto it. And like I say, Stephen Wigg bowling his 3rd, so he'll have another after this. Interesting to see what Captain Ravi Baparit does with his bowlers, how he rotates them. And Little bit of a misfield there. It goes through the covers, but it's slowing up in that outfield. And it's good work to come back for 2. So 2 in the bank for Samet Patel. And like I say, captain of the Indians is Ravi Bopara, so Samet and Ravi know each other very well, the 2 English stalwarts of the game all around the world these days, the pair of them. And again, just struggling to time it. He looks a little frustrated with himself, does old Samet.
Swinging hard.
And a little wry smile, just shake of the head. It's very difficult to do anything when someone is bowling rockets like this. A little skip at the top of his run-up. That's a lovely, lovely shot. Samet Patel, stand and deliver. Uppishly through the covers. And that'll break the shackles a little bit. That's the 4 he's been looking for. That's the boundary much needed for the Afghans. And the only time really that Stephen Wigg has missed his line a little too wide, giving Patel that width to just see it up through the covers.
Coming back over. Left arm.
And with that, the fielder extra cover goes out onto the boundary. 3rd man comes up inside the ring. Wigg with that skip, left arm over, and just missing his line, overcompensating, a little wide on the offside. Previous delivery gave Patel the width, and then wide down the leg side, so have to go back and do that one again. Yeah, really exciting player to watch. Lovely recovery, right on the money. Full straight, fields off his own bowling. Tick, tick, tick. Wigg heads back up to the top of his mark. This is his 3rd over, so we'll have another. And you would imagine that he'll continue to bowl in tandem with Batty, who has been bowling from the other end. Well, that man that's just come up from 3rd does the fielding. End of the over, and Samet Patel wants a new bat. Look at that view. Glorious. Who needs sunshine when the cricket ground looks like that? Here in Houston, Texas, USA. For American Premier League Season 2, it's me, Georgie Heath. Alongside me, the man, the one, the only, the legend, it's Jay Shah. Proudly overseeing his tournament. The busiest man in the ground right now. He's on the mic, he's on the phone, he's on the money, he's all the business. He's running around, he's here, there and everywhere, and you'd never even know. We need 3 of you, Jay.
I say the same thing. I need 3 of myself.
I thought you were going to say you needed 3 of me. I thought that'd be quite nice. That's not what anyone needs. You don't need 3 of me. I think 1's enough for everyone. Well, we are going to have a change in bowling. So Ahmad Butt to take over from Adil Bhatti, who's bowled 2. And that's short and nicely defended. Well, Christmas seemed to come early today, didn't it, for Stephen Wigg? 3 wickets. Pretty happy with that inside 3 overs, and he's still got another up his sleeve.
Absolutely.
Again, nicely kept down, but another dot. That long run up of butt, again kept down. He's finding the right length here, and Salmedia Patel looks to try and scamper through, but it's would have been a risky one. You just think, what will these two be thinking out in the middle here? Do we just try and rotate the strike and do you need to get Salmedia Patel back on strike, because he is the one that's seeing it better. He's picked up those boundaries, and they need something. Because at 3 wickets down, they are limping along.
As I said before, I think they need to rethink the innings. They need to regroup, settle their nerves. That's a good shot. That's going to go all the way to the boundary. Beautiful shot. Oh.
Yeah, I feel that hands on hips, knew he should have got down to that one. He's just gone one-handed. That's
a much needed boundary.
That's Kieran Powell out there on the boundary. You're keeping his seat warm for him for when he comes back in later.
Absolutely.
Leave him a little note. Get your hands down to it, Kieran.
In comes the bowler, and that's it. Down the leg side for a single. Good throw. That boundary was needed, and it should help boost their confidence. Great start for the Indian team. Salmedia Patel is still there. Very important that he plays the main role in this innings. Very experienced lad. Bowler comes in and bowls. Good ball. Right on the money. Beautiful bowling.
End of 6, fellas. End of 4, play 1. End of 6. End of 4, play 1.
That closes out the 4th over. The 6th over. Well, it looks like we are going to have a change in bowling, and it will be Salmedia Patel. End of the power play. 6 overs gone. 3 wickets down.
Leg stump guard, please, sir. Leg stump guard.
That's your leg stump?
Yes.
Leg stump.
Well, it was really impressive yesterday, Salmedia Patel. So we're switching from pace to spin. Look at that view from the drone. Long sleeves on there, little on the chilly side. That's why we don't mind in the commentary box sometimes. Not ashamed to admit I have the heating on, and you're all just going to have to deal with it. Flight and delivery to kick things off from Salmedia Patel. Yesterday was donning those nice looking sunglasses. The sunglass game in this tournament so far has been absolutely top notch, but not in need of them today, and that's just played into the leg side, and they'll come through for the 1. Yeah, signal by the umpire, leg by.
Thank you.
Samit Patel on strike. Well balls. This Indian team is looking rock solid from yesterday.
Yeah, they've just carried on the same way. They were so good in the field yesterday. Yes, they had stuff to go and work on from their batting performance. They would have been disappointed just making 104, but it was enough. They sort of felt, you know, they had passed that mental block, hitting the 3 figures, and that's really well bowled.
Beautiful delivery. Sunny Patel bowled amazing yesterday. Comes in and bowls.
End of the over, and just the rebuild is on out in the middle. Patel and Abdul Wasi Nouri trying to get something on the board for the Afghans.
This is going to be a long journey to recovery. They need to settle in, build a partnership.
Well, it looks like Ravi Bapara is coming on to bowl. He was very tidy yesterday, really economical, got that squeeze on those Windies batters. They just struggled to get him away, and keep building that pressure here. I mean, these two know each other very well. Ravi Bapara and Samit Patel smiling out in the middle there. Pushing that fielder out a deep backward square onto the boundary, sending mid-on up to mid-off up to long-off. Got a long on, extra cover. And it's really good length to kick things off for Bapara, continuing exactly the same way he was going yesterday. And that's nicely worked by Patel, and that'll just be the one.
What's the score?
Well, 32 for 3 on the board, only going at 4.36. They'll be aware that they need to try and push this up, but Ravi Bapara very tight. A difficult bowler to get away. Look at those cherries on that bat. He knows how to find the middle of a bat, find the sweet spot. And just straying down the leg side. That adds another to the total. much better from Bapara. Great recovery, and the misfield does mean that they can come through for one. So the drone flies out in front of me. Three from the over so far. Nicely clipped away by Patel. Well fielded, but the awareness from Abdul Wasi at the other end means they easily get home for one. And that's what they're just going to have to do at the moment. Keep rotating that strike, tot up the ones, try and push themselves up to something competitive. Because they do know that the Indians struggled with the bat yesterday. So if they can post something that perhaps gets a little scoreboard pressure on. Only inside 8 still at the moment. But picking out that fielder again. And that's the end of the over. So 8 overs gone. 34 for 3. The premium Afghans in their first game of season 2 of the American Premier League, taking on the premium Indians, who are riding high after a big victory yesterday. And that drone just giving you all the views of Mosa Stadium in all its glory. And that's nicely played off the back foot by Samit Patel, facing up to Sunny Patel. Well, it might not be sunshine, but we've still got it sunny. Sunny Patel with ball in hand. Abdul Wasi just picks up another one. Patel looks to fling it into the leg side. All the fielders like it. He's been struck on the pad. Umpire unmoved. Well, that would have been disaster stations for the Afghans if Samit Patel was on his way. And that's what he was trying to do the previous shot. Will just be one still. Played out to mid-wicket. And that's clubbed up to wide mid-on, it comes round, wide long on, comes round, does the fielding. Well, it was a disaster start for the Afghans. This recovery just on a little bit. And Sunny Patel following Samit Patel as he tried to step back, give himself room.
Drinks after this, drinks after this, drinks after this. Yeah.
8 overs down. Premium Afghans. Nine overs down, I should say. Well, Ravi Bapara is going to continue, bowling his second.
They'll tell us and I will tell you. Last over was what, 36? I think 36 before this over.
And that's going to again just be the one. Nice strike rotation from these two. Samit Patel, 12 from 27 for him. Just a few worried looking faces in that Afghan dugout, but perhaps slightly less so than 20 minutes ago. Bapara right arm over, and it's just kept down by Patel. Good work scampering through for the one.
Put the ping in there.
That's right on the money again from Bapara. This is something he does so well. He just keeps them honest, these batters. They're really struggling to get him away and building up those dots, build that pressure. They've already got scoreboard pressure. Wickets tumbling early in their first game, the Afghans. And just the one. Well, it's the contrast to the second game we saw yesterday where the premium Americans came out and went absolutely ballistic, hitting it to all parts, their openers. They made their 100 well before the 10-over drinks break. And that's well kept down by Patel. Final ball of this over. Well, he looks to swing big. Doesn't get anything on it.
Time for drink.
And that will be 10 overs gone. So very much the Indians on top at the moment. 10 overs gone, 42 for 3. Those 3 wickets all coming at the hand of Stephen Wigg. He was bowling absolute rockets, fire grenades out there today, and I think that's a much deserved drinks break. So 10 overs gone, 42 for 3. We're going to have a quick drinks break and we'll be back with you in just a moment.
All I would say is just good 10, boy, good 10. We understand what's happening online, all this. Doesn't matter, I know this is not the World Cup. Guys, what's coming at 1 mile an hour? Come on, boy.
Thank you.
42. 10 overs, 42.
Come on, boy. That is good news for the step.
Yeah, it's not easy. You don't want to chase 130. Bringing it from there just to take that risk. They're going to go.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go.
60 seconds, guys. Next ball, 60 seconds. Here we go. Give them nothing. Thank you. Whip it. Whip. Are you big?
Let's go, fellas. Let's go.
30 seconds, guys. Be in place, please. Hey, man, at least we can be serious. Do our job. Hold it right on.
Well, refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to rumble. That's what the Afghans will be hoping from their batters in the middle. Samit. 42 for 3 on the board. 3 wickets fell very early, and these two are just trying to put something together. Try and get something competitive on the board. They won the toss, elected to bat. This their first game of American Premier League Season 2 on day 3. 4th match in this tournament. And that's skewed up in the air. Edging towards that 50, the Afghans. And Patel goes aerial, and it's going to land between 3 fielders all converging. Well, you can see what he's trying to do now. He's trying to take on this bowling, be aggressive, take on Ahmad Butt and that magnificent beard. Just languidly chilling with one hand on his hip at the non-strikers, Samit Patel. Short from Butt and helped on its way by Abdul Wasi, but still just the one. Well, they'll just be wondering what they can do at this point. This partnership is crucial. It was a chaotic, destructive start. And that's nicely flicked by Samit Patel, and that will be 4. Yeah, much needed boundary for the Afghans. Coming off the bat of Samit Patel, consummate professional. He's doing the business for his team at the moment on this rebuild. He came in just after the 2nd delivery in the 1st over, so he's been there pretty much from the beginning, and he's having to do the work for his team to try and see them through to something competitive. 49 on the board at the moment. Patel has 20 of them. That's a good recovery from Ahmad Butt. Can't believe it's missed the edge of Samit Patel. Let's remember, Afghans, they won the toss and they did elect to bat. This would not be what they were hoping for when they made that decision. In again, Ahmad Butt. Nicely played off the back foot by Samit Patel. Are they going to push for 2? They're going to take on the arm of the fielder who's lost his hat. Easy as you like, they come back for the 2, and that's the 50 up for the Afghans. They move on to 51 for 3 after 11 overs. Samit Patel, he's got 22 of them, 22 from 38. Abdul Wasi keeping him company. 12 off 19, winning the toss, choosing to bat. The openers, they both went very quickly. And here, as it just brightens up a little bit at the Motor Stadium here in Houston, Texas, things are brightening up a little bit for the Afghans. Wasi flicks it up in the air. It's gone very, very high. Keeper calls it. That's mine. He's got his gloves to it and he's dropped it. He called it early. He knows when he's got the gloves, he's got the highest chance of taking it, and he's put it down. And that would have been 4 wickets down for the Afghans, and they would really been in all sorts of trouble Wazzy looking to go aerial, looking to try and take on this bowling. And that's the first real mistake by the Indians all day today. The only other thing they've done wrong was lose the toss, but that didn't matter because they took 3 early wickets being asked to bowl. But will they be forced to rue that?
Wide ball.
That's strays down the leg side. Well, Jay Patel, he will not want to watch the highlights of that one. He got himself there. He did the groundwork. And he's got the gloves, and it's just almost slipped through them at the last minute. There were fielders converging, but you always trust the wicketkeeper to take those ones. Choose him over the fielders without gloves. And that's nicely played by Samit Patel. Well, perhaps the pressure just starting to sway in the other direction. They know that they need to break this partnership. And Ravi Bapara just the 10 from him so far. Wasi rehearsing that shot. Look at that bat. Look at all those red cricket ball cherries on that bat, matching nicely with his Afghan kit. It's almost coordinated. Look at that. It's like he's listening. He's wielded it for us to look at. Afghan coloured gloves as well. Just tipped into the onside.
If I tell you, then go.
Well, it's been much better from the Afghans since that drinks break. They started to go more aggressive. This partnership has come together nicely. And they're just building in the middle here. Have to accelerate a little bit if they want to push up to something more competitive. But they've set the foundations now. Just ticking over. Another one to the total. Ravi Bapara, been around a while, he's seen it all. As he turns at the top of his mark with that towel sticking out of his trousers. Little tail. So last ball of his 3rd over to come. And it's beaten everything.
Over.
Well, he closes it out with a dot. End of 12 overs. Afghans 56 for 3. Abdul Wazi, he's got 14. Samit Patel 24. 3 wickets fell very early, all at the hands of the express pace of Stephen Wigg. So 8 overs still to come. If these two can stay out there, they might feel slightly more confident that they can get themselves up to something they back themselves to defend, especially after seeing the struggles of the Indians with the bat yesterday. Only Ravi Bapara really making an impact, but even he only made 29, but crucial 29. Sunny Patel continues, 6 off him so far, 2 overs, so economical from the leggy. He goes aerial, he goes big fielder under it, and he takes the catch. What a grab, jiving in the air, 2 hands above his head, right on the boundary rope. And that is just the wicket that the Indians needed. It was Samit Patel trying to inject some impetus into this innings, just not quite got the distance. Fielder timed the jump wonderfully, 2 hands above his head. And Sunny Patel has his first of the day to go with 3 from yesterday. And Samit Patel, he goes for 24 from 41, a well-made 24. He came in right up the innings, 3rd ball of the innings after early wickets fell. And the Afghans are 56 for 4 after 12.2. And that brings Wakarula Ishak out to the middle, replacing Samit Patel, who frustratedly swings open that door in the background. Well, there's still time in the game, but Wakarula won't want to spend too long trying to get his eye in. They need to try and keep that momentum that was just building for the Afghans. That's tight, that's tidy. It's good stuff from the leg spinner, Sunny Patel. And this is what we saw yesterday in those middle innings, middle overs. But again here, Sunny Patel down on one knee. Wonderful judgment, out on the boundary, knew where the rope was, and that's darted in. And Patel can't believe he's not got his man there. Gives it the full swing, not quite timed, just the one. Nicely defended, and again doing well, rotating the strike, these two. Well, Abdul Wasi is the in batter now, so you think it'd be about him trying to take it on, but that's the end of the over. So 13 overs gone. Afghans 59 for 4. Wicket to fall, that of Samit Patel. Well, the Indians will be pretty pleased with this. Trying to pick up another wicket sometime soon, though. They would love to get Abdul Wasi. He is the in batter now. It looks like we're going to have a change in bowling. And it'll be Sujit Parbatani. So we've gone spin from both ends now. The left armour in those fluorescent shoes. I mean, you don't need sunglasses out there today, but maybe if you're looking at his feet you do, because that is quite something. You wouldn't lose him on a dark night out. And the left armour round the wicket, fields off his own bowling. Umpire looks to take evasive action, ready to get out of the way. Always on their toes, these umpires. And again, and that's dug out. And I've been joined by a new partner in crime. Hello, good morning to you. Introduce yourself to the listeners.
Hey, good morning. This is Arif. This has been a great day so far. It's been a great shot. It went for 4 runs. This has been a great welcoming in this commentary session for me. Started with a 4. It was a great shot by the Abdul.
Yeah, perhaps you're the Afghans' lucky charm right now then. You walk in and they hit it straight for 4.
Yeah, it was a great shot. They need to change their gears. It's only after 13.3 overs, it's 60 runs with the loss of 4 wickets. They are trying to go hard. The ball went straight to the third man for 1 more runs.
So what have you made of the game so far this morning?
Yeah, they are playing kind of slow, but you definitely don't know how the pitch is reacting. I believe this has been a decent score so far. They still have a lot of overs to go.
Yeah, almost chance of a stumping there. They're just going to have to go and put those stumps back together. Wakar Ali looks like he's waving to the dressing room for something. The two fielders, the two batters come together in the middle, have a chat as the umpire puts the stumps back together. So
what could be the discussion about these two players? Are they trying to go hard after these overs? There is only 6 overs left.
Yeah, well, you would think so. I mean, they were just starting to get going before Samit Patel was caught excellently out on the boundary.
Yeah, that was a great grab by the fielder. It was an unbelievable catch. Yeah, catches can change matches. That's definitely sure. And Samit Patel was batting really well. What do you think? So how much should be the projected score on this pitch and defendable score?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? It's just Sunny Patel goes back to the top of his mark, goes back again while Ravi Bopara.
But Abdullah is still batting. He's batting really good here.
Yeah, and he's looking to try and inject something into it. They're just struggling to read Patel at the moment, who's again on form like he was yesterday. Well, we saw the Indians post just 104, and they successfully defended that one yesterday.
It
they
seems
struggle with the bat.
It seems to be a low-scoring pitch.
However, then we saw the premium Americans come out, and it was like it was a completely different day, and they went boom, 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 bash, bash, bash to all sorts of parts in their first 10 overs.
Yeah, that was the batsman is trying to go hard. They are trying to come back for the second, but Wakarullah stayed for 1 run. It's been a great day out there.
Yeah, difficult taking on Sunny Patel. They won't be too unhappy that this is his final over.
He's been very economical since yesterday, since the beginning of the tournament, and the bowlers, they are not the batter, they are not trying to risk on him. They're playing him very comfortably.
He's in again.
Oh, what a ball! Bowled out, and a very good ball. Straight hit the wicket, bowled out. Here he comes. Another wicket goes down. After 66, 5th wicket is down. What a great ball that was.
Well, Sunny Patel, he's having an absolute dream tournament so far. That's his 5th of the tournament, his 2nd today, and that's just gone through the gate, through everything. And the Afghans, they lose their 5th wicket, 65 for 5. And this was just lovely.
That was a great ball. The batter couldn't even imagine the ball, where the ball was coming from. Bowled out. Wakarullah got out for just 3 runs on 6 balls. Now it seems that Afghans are struggling and Indians are top on them.
Yeah, very much the Indians on top in this game, and it has been the story pretty much since the beginning of the day. Just the second ball of the first over, that first wicket went down, and it was all set up by Stephen Wigg at the beginning, taking those 3 early wickets. The rebuild was on in the middle, but that dismissal of Samit Patel just slowed things down a little, and the other batters struggling to continue to inject that kind of impetus that he was putting into this innings. Now, Sunny Patel thinks he's got another. The umpire shakes his head.
Yeah, Samit Patel, Sunny Patel, he's bowling very well. And after 4 overs, he only conceded for 10 runs, very economical. And he got 2 successful batters.
Yeah, and here was that second appeal again, and he really thought it, but umpire shakes his head very quickly. So 15 overs gone, the Afghans 65 for 5. So 5 overs still to come. And what can the Afghans do with this? The 100 mark looking ominous, the idea of reaching that. With 5 wickets down, we're almost into the lower order batters. And they would love to be able to push up to 100, but this Indian bowling is difficult to take on.
Indian bowlers, they are bowling straight on the mark. They are not giving any chances to the Afghan batters to go hard on them. Their batting, their bowling is really good, and their support from the fielding is also very good.
Well, Bhatti back on to bowl. Adil Bhatti. back to pace from this end.
Here he
And
balls.
he's been done for pace, as has the keeper. And they'll just scamper through for the one.
Keeper missed the ball and the batsmen were able to sneak a run. They should be able to score 50 or 40 more runs to make it a competitive game.
Yeah, I mean, I think that might look a little out of reach at the moment. It's just this Indian bowling is almost too good for these Afghan batters at the moment, and we're 5 wickets down, so we're starting to work into that lower order. And I think the Indians just don't want any kind of mistakes to creep into their fielding. They don't want to give them anything for free. So be tight and tidy. Nothing down the leg side, no balls.
Yeah, they have been bowling straight on the mark. They are not giving any extra runs for the Afghan batters. And Adil Bhatti is in his 3rd over of his spell. He's bowling excellent. He has not been conceded for a single boundary.
Mid-off just coming up inside the ring. And that's nicely defended and fielded extra cover by the captain.
They have a very good attacking field for the new batter. They're not giving him any free chance. They want him to take a chance and lose his wicket.
Yeah, and I think that's just what they want to do. Put the pressure on him and force him to try and make something of this bowling.
Oh, the batter straight hit the balls towards the bowler. No runs conceded. 3 back-to-back dot balls in this over. This has been a great over by Adil Bhatti. This is the 16th over. No runs for the first 3 balls. Pressure building on the Afghan batters.
Yeah, and they're going to have to try and do something to break these shackles, or they're just going to limp along. Short and defended. Really good this from Bhatti. He's still got another over up his sleeve after this one.
He's not giving any chance to the batsman to go hard on him. He's bowling straight wicket to wicket. The batsman, he don't want to risk it, Jay.
Well, those two, they might not be on the field at the moment, but looking like taking up a new role, could become a groundsman. Sitting on the roller.
Yeah. Here he comes for the last ball, an extra ball, and the ball went straight to the 3rd man fielder for a single run. That was a wide, so a bye runs and a wide.
Yeah, and that's just what you didn't want at the end of this over. Really tidy over. And it just releases the pressure that little bit. Free runs. You don't want to be giving away those. You want to keep your foot on the throat of the Afghan batters.
There were these two free runs release some kind of pressure on the over. So Abdullah is on strike. Oh, he's trying to go hard. The ball went straight, and for a 6 runs, that was a great shot by Abdul. That's
Yeah, it's just
correct.
around the corner from where we're viewing, and if I lean over here, we can see it's just bounced before the rope, and it's 4 runs. Just 2 bounces before it hit the boundary.
That was a great shot, and they took all the advantages of that wide ball and a bye runs.
Yeah, and that's just what they didn't want at the end of that over. It was really tidy to that point, but the Afghans, they'll take runs wherever they can. So if it means an extra ball and they can take it on like that, they'll take it. So 16 overs gone. Afghans 71 for 5. And with that, Abdul goes on to 25 from 34 deliveries. Jay yet to get off the mark at the other end, but he's now facing up. So Abdul Wasi is doing the heavy lifting at the moment for this Afghan side.
Jay on strike. He has yet to open his account. Here's Ahmad Bhatti. Excellent ball. Straight to the fielder. 6 dot balls in a row. What is he thinking?
Yeah, well, he's looking to try and take it on. I don't mind this. He's trying to be aggressive and trying to find those gaps, but he does just keep picking out the field. His field placement is good.
They have a good field placement for Jay. As he is a new batter, they don't want him to open his account and go hard on them. They are trying to keep him under pressure. this has been a great captaincy by Indian.
Full and straight from Ahmad Bhatti. Filled it up at long on.
With that, Jay opened his account with a single after playing 7 balls. Abdul Wasi is trying to go hard as he is looking to the field, and there is certainly field change for him. He's a well-set batter. Until now, he is the top scorer for Afghan team. Oh.
Yeah, right arm over, shorter up in the air. Fielder coming round at long on. And it's gone over his head. All he can do is watch it soar over the boundary for a minute. He thought he was in the game and he had his eyes on it, but in the end all he could do is watch it go over his head and fetch it from back over the boundary. He just freed up his arms, Abdul Wasi, and we can see he's not trying to hang about here. Only 3 and a bit overs still to come, and he's taking on the bowling of Ahmad Bhatti.
What a great shot that was. Here he comes again. There is a bye run. There's to be quick. Oh, they are going for the second runs, overthrow runs, and
this is just what the Afghans would have wanted. They've put that little bit of pressure on the Indians, and the Indians are just losing their heads a little bit. Overthrows, few extras sneaking in, and that's just the last thing you want when they were so tight on these Afghan batters for the last 16 overs. Well, now that was that 6 again, and that was massive.
Yeah, it was a great shot. The fielder was just watching the ball and it crossed him for 6 runs. They're giving them some free runs.
Abdul Wasi facing up.
It was a fast delivery. The batter just defended the ball. He's batting, Abdul Wasi is batting really good. 31 out of 36.
Yeah, he's pushing up that run rate. He was a little behind with the strike rate earlier, but heading up towards that runner ball.
What is Ahmad Bhatti thinking after bowling 4 balls?
I think you just, at this point, you need to find it line of length on the stumps. You miss, I hit. And that's really nice.
That's really nice.
They've done well to come through for the 1 still.
Yeah, Abdul Wasi tried to get the ball, but he couldn't reach the ball. 1 more runs added to the scoreboard. After 17, it's 80 for the loss of 5 wickets. They definitely need to go hard as the run rate is still under 6. Jay is playing on just 1 runs after facing 7 deliveries. And on the other end, Abdul Wasi, he's changing his gears. 32 of 38.
So 3 to come. 81 on the board. That 100 looking a lot more realistic than it did when they were in all sorts of strife half an hour ago. There was a time I wondered if they would reach the 100 mark.
We'll get to see a very tight game.
Well, I'll be interested to see what the Indians can do with the bat today. They struggled yesterday.
Abdul Wasi, straight shot. The fielder chased the ball. It went only for a single. That was a great shot, but the fielder straight ran from long gone and saved 3 runs for his team. That was a great shot, and Abdul Wasi is definitely aggressive, getting aggressive and aggressive. He's batting good for his team.
Yeah, trying to take on Ravi Bapara. He knows that 100 is within reach, just 18 runs off. There's a mental impact of reaching the 3 figures.
Here he comes. The ball went.
Yeah, fielder does well to get round to that, and they'll just cut it off, and it'll be
for 1 run.
The 1. So 83 on the board. Ravi Bopara, can he pick up a wicket? Slower ball, clubbed back up to long off. He comes around and fields it. Just be the single.
3 runs conceded on his 3 balls, 3 singles.
Yeah, we saw this from Ravi Bopara yesterday as well. He was really economical. Yes, didn't pick up a wicket, but it was difficult for the Windies batters to get him away, and that's when they sort of found themselves falling behind with their run chase.
Oh,
Bowled
ball
him.
out.
Well, Ravi Bopara didn't pick up a wicket yesterday, but that is the end of Jay. Bails in all directions. Ravi Bopara, you miss, I hit, tries to swing across the line into the leg side, and that's 6 wickets down for the Afghans now. Bopara has his first, and Jay, he goes for 2 from 9. Afghans 84 for 6.
It was a great delivery from Ravi Bopara. Slower delivery. The batsman missed it, and the ball hit the wicket. The batsman swung the bat a little bit early before the ball came to him. We were just talking about Ravi Bopara, that he hasn't picked a wicket yet, but definitely I believe he heard and he got a wicket. That was a great ball from him, and he's been very economical against Windies yesterday, and now against Afghans he only conceded for 15 runs and also got a wicket.
Yeah, and that just put the stoppers a little on the acceleration of the Afghans. Yes, it's Abdul Wasi doing the heavy lifting, 34 from 40, but they're working nicely as a pair, keeping him on strike, getting him back on strike. And now they have to start again.
Yeah, the new batsman is Abu Zari. He's going to face 2 of Ravi Bopara's ball. We are in the 18th over. After this, 2 more overs to go. Here he comes, balled out. 2 wickets in 2 balls. What a great bowling by Ravi Bopara. That was a straight, sharp ball and straight hit the wicket. The batsman was trying to take on him and bowled out. What a great comeback by Indians. 2 back-to-back wickets. Excellent bowling by Ravi Bopara.
Yeah, you see Bopara there just indicating that it kept low. So Abuzar comes out, faces one delivery, and he has to go. And that means that captain of the Indians, Ravi Bopara, he's on a hat-trick. Here it is. It's just stayed low, taken out his middle stump, and not even a celebration from Ravi Bopara. He now has 2 for 15, and he's got 1 delivery to come, and it will be a hat-trick ball. And facing up, he'll be Atiq Niazi. Well, can he keep it out, or can Ravi Bopara pick up the first hat-trick of the American Premier League Season 2? We've seen lots of 2-in-2s so far in the 3 games we've seen, but yet to have a hat-trick. Well, Ravi Bopara, 2 for 15 for him today.
He's
1 to come, and then we're 18 overs in. 2 overs to come after this one. And that 100 looking a little bit further out of reach now. 7 wickets down, the Afghans.
This is his last ball of this spell, and also a hat-trick ball. There's been a good aggressive fielding. Oh, here he bombed Yorker ball, and the batter just defend the ball straight to the fielder. No runs conceded after 18. 84 with the loss of 7 wicket. Definitely Indians team on top here.
Yeah, great over that from Ravi Bopara, picking up those 2-in-2 and putting the stoppers on the Afghans yet again. Not just economical, but also taking wickets. 18 overs gone, 84 on the board after winning the toss and choosing to bat. The Afghans.
This is the second last over, but
yeah, we talk about it so often, that who's going to bowl the penultimate over, the really crucial 19th over.
they need to get Abdul out before he makes damage in the innings. Ahmad comes, the batsman straight hit the ball to the fielder, no runs conceded. Abdul wants to stay on strike as much as he can. He's trying to go big over mid-on and mid-off area.
Well, at this point, they've just got to try and take on everything, these two. They're less than 2 overs left, and they've only got 84 on the board. But Ahmad Bhatti,
Ahmad Bhatti is not giving him any room to go hard on him. Here he comes. The ball went straight to long on for just a run. Atiq was interested to get in another run too, but they stayed for a single.
so rotating the strike. Well, Abdul Wazi, 35 from 42 for him. He's done his part for his team, trying to dig them out of a pretty deep hole they seemed to be in earlier on, and managed to get themselves up to 85. Still over an over and a half to come, and they look to swing. It'll be fielded in the covers. Still just the one.
It's good that they are rotating a strike.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen a boundary though, and that's what they need as they sort of try and build this momentum at the end of this innings, to give them some kind of impetus, some kind of momentum going into their bowling, these Afghans, because it's going to be a very low total to try and defend.
Still 9 more deliveries to go in the first innings. Abdul Wasi on strike.
Full toss up in the air. It's gone very, very high. Fielders converge. Can he get there? And he just can't quite take the catch. He did the yards. He used those shiny orange shoes as fast as he possibly could. Just not quite getting there. 2 fielders coming in, and it lands between the 2 of them. Well, talk about trying to take it on.
Just 2 more runs added. The fielder was able to cover, but he wasn't able to catch the ball. 2 more runs added to the scoreboard. With that, the score is 88. What a great shot!
Over the covers, out towards the boundary. There is a man out there in the deep, so it will just be the one. But trying to take this on, going the aerial route.
It was a great shot, but there was a fielder. Abdul Wasi could only manage to score a single run.
So 1 to come in the 19th over.
Would they be able to reach 100 mark?
Well, they'll be blooming hoping they do, wouldn't they? But let's see. Short up in the air again. Fielder can't get there, and that's going to race for 4. Well,
it was a great shot or long off for 4 runs. Atiq hit the ball straight for 4 runs, and the fielder gave a chase, and the ball crossed the boundary with the 4. It was a very sharp shot. The fielder couldn't reach to the ball, and the ball crossed the boundary for 4 runs, and now it's 93 runs after 19 overs with the loss of 7 wickets. Now definitely they can reach to the mark of 100 runs, which is not going to be a great total, but still they can fight for something.
well, the last thing you want to see as a batter at the moment is Stephen Wigg marking out his run-up, which is just what he's doing. He was absolutely demolished the top order of these Afghans, taking 3 wickets at the top, and they've kept him right to the end in their pocket. Ravi Bopara saving him best till last. 3 wickets for him today, and he will bowl the final over for the Indians. 93 for 7, the Afghans.
Stefan bowled really good. 3 wickets just for 15 runs after 3 overs. This is his last over of his spell and last over of the innings. Here he comes for the first ball. The batter was Abdul Wasi was trying to go hard on him, but only conceded a single run of his first delivery. 1 more runs added to the total after 94. 7 wicket down. 5 more deliveries to go in the first innings.
Yeah, they're looking to try and take him on. Not timed. 5 to come. 94 for 7. Wig round the wicket. Chipped up towards extra cover and good running to come back for 1. And actually the overthrow means that they will add another to the total. And this is just what the Indians didn't want to be doing at this point in the innings. They're just giving them that little bit of momentum, giving away freebies as we close out this innings.
They are leaking runs here. A lot of overthrows we have seen in the last couple of overs. The runs are getting, 1 are turning into 2s, 2 are turning into 3s. Here the bowlers come for the 3rd ball. Straight shot. It would be only 1 runs. Atiq was interested to take another run too.
Yeah, it's interesting that. It looks like they're sort of trying to take on the arm of the fielders, put that pressure on. They forced the overthrow. 97 on the board, 3 deliveries to come. As Stephen Wigg just dries the ball on his shirt. Well, Abdul Wazi has been the pick of the batters. 39 from 45 for him. He takes it on, he goes aerial. It's going to land safe over extra cover. And they're going to get back for 2. And that's just what they need at this point. Really good running, injecting that impetus, keeping that momentum going. And they push themselves up to 99 with 2 to come.
Yeah, it's been great running between Abdul Wasi and Atiq. They have been running exceptionally good. And the partnership is also building for the 7th wicket.
So 2 deliveries to come. Abdul Wasi on strike. 41 from 46 for him. He looks to swing and he misses. All swing, no ding. Well, if he'd made contact with that, we were going to have to drive to go and collect the ball. It was going a long, long way.
Well, still 1 more ball to go in the 1st innings. 99 with the loss of 7 wicket. Stefan, he bowled very well. He damaged the first 3 wickets. He got the first 3 wickets.
All right, final delivery of this innings. And he swings up in the air, not where he was aiming, but they will close out the innings with the boundary. Well, Abdul Wazi, what an injection of runs he's put into this innings. 45 from 48 for him, unbeaten at the end. He's really put in a shift for his team. Atiq just got to watch from the other end, and that closes out the 20 overs. They do pass the 100 mark. It didn't look like it was ever happening when they were struggling along 3 wickets down, but 104 for 7. They close out their innings, the Afghans, and what a recovery that has been. And that man on your screen, 45 for him, unbeaten. He deserves all those round of applause. You can see his teammates coming out to congratulate him.
Abdul played a vital role for his team by building his innings. 45 of 48 deliveries. It was a great batting by him. And now the target is 104. And let's see.
Yeah, interesting to see what the Indians make of this chase, because yesterday they only made 104 themselves in their first innings. They never really got going, didn't have someone who made an impact like Abdul Wazi did. So it'll be interesting to see how they chase this one down here at the Mosa Stadium in the Afghans versus Indians game. The Afghans' first game of the tournament, American Premier League Season 2, here in Houston, Texas. Well, we're going to take a quick break after that exciting innings, and we'll be back with you after the break for the chase. Right, welcome back to the Moses Stadium here in Houston, Texas for the American Premier League Season 2. We're on Game 4, the Afghans versus the Indians. The Afghans, they had a nightmare start, 3 wickets going down early. But they recovered and they've managed to get something defendable on the board. They passed that 100 mark. And now it's what can their bowlers do to try and defend this.
Hello, hello, and good morning to all the viewers. We are on the second innings of the game. Target is 104.
Well, what can the openers do? Well, that first over, wicket went straight down, second ball. So they'll be hoping for none of the same here. Kieran Powell, the left-handed West Indian, facing up, facing the first delivery.
Let's go, boys. All right, Kevin, cue from TV. Let's play. Go.
Powell to face, left-hander. 104 on the board. And that's defended.
The first ball got defended by Roman Powell. It was a great delivery. Straight to the wicket. Straight wicket to wicket. They have a good fielding set for Roman Powell.
Yeah, Kieran Powell, usually in the seat that you're sat in at the moment when he's not out there. He's the spy for the Indians when all the other games are on.
Here it comes.
And he's off the mark. And that should race for 4. It does, through the covers. 4 off the bat of Kieran Powell to open the account for the Indians in this run chase.
It was a second ball, a fuller ball, and the batsman took full advantage of that ball, and he just drive it for 4 runs. Boundary on the second ball of the second innings. It is a great start by Indian.
Yusuf in again. And that's going to be back-to-back boundaries, and it's a wide. Talk about rubbing salt in the wounds. Well, this is the dream start for the Indians again. 4 off the bat and then 5 wides down the leg side.
It's 5 leg by runs. The scoreboard moves to 9 runs after 2 deliveries. The keeper misses a ball and it went for 4 runs. By runs. 4 by runs with a wide. It's a good start for Team India.
Yeah, this is just what they would have hoped for. They had the dream start with the ball, and now they want to try and get going quickly. Again, through the covers from Kieran Powell, and that is going to hit the rope again. So 3 boundaries in a row, and the Indian openers have come out. They mean business from the outset.
3 back-to-back boundaries, 13 runs off the first 3 deliveries. Karan is definitely thinking about to do something different. The way he's batting really good, not giving any room, not taking risk.
He struggled yesterday with his timing, but he's found it so far today. Taking on the pace, he's just worked that down to 3rd.
1 more runs added to the scoreboard, 14 runs after 4 deliveries. This has been a great start by Team India. They are finishing it in a hurry. Still a huge way to go, but it seemed like they have different plans.
Well, 14 off the first 4 deliveries.
No.
And Rajdeep facing up for the first time today. Kieran Powell already on to 9 from just 4. Well, it's that man on your screen that was the reason they managed to get themselves up to 103, the Afghans.
Rajdeep defended his first ball. Last ball of the first inning, played it straight to the bowler. No runs added to the scoreboard after 1 over 14 runs with no wicket. It's been a great start for Team India, 14 runs. This is what they wanted. It's a positive start.
Alta. Africa. Spain. Yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah, for a minute. Right time round here. Right time round.
So Kieran Powell adjusts his gloves, surveys the field. He's off to a flyer. The West Indian playing for Premium Indians.
A spinner in the power play for the second over. First ball went. Is the fielder gonna get reached here? No, it went for 6 runs. It's a great shot. It was just flick and it went like a bullet for 6 runs. What a great shot. What a great start by Team India and Kieran Powell. That's a dream start for Indian. First ball went for a huge 6 and we can see a fielding change after the first ball of the second over.
Kieran Powell goes again up in the air. Fielder coming round. It's going to land safe, but he means business today. He's going the aerial route. They come back for the second.
There's a short run, so which means it's only 1 run.
Yep, just going to have a check with that, with the director. TV umpire wanting to have a check. Well, Kieran Powell means business, wants to get this done quickly.
It's a great start and a huge contribution from Kieran Powell after playing 17 of only 6 balls. He's making it very easy for his team.
Well, still waiting on that, just having a look.
I believe he made it.
Yeah, satisfied that it's a completed run is the news coming from the TV umpire and the director. So Kieran Powell, 17 from 6. And he gives that a bit of a swing, and off it goes to the boundary.
It was a slower delivery and the batsman took full advantage of that slower delivery and smashed it for 4 runs. It's definitely an aggressive start from Team India. What a great start. After 1.3 overs, they have 26 runs. and the fielder didn't even bother to run and chase that ball. Here he comes. Would that be a wicket? No. It's another 4. It was the fielder Wase. He tried to catch the ball, but he couldn't reach the ball, and 4 more runs. This has been turning out a good over for Team India. Already 14 runs off the first 4 deliveries.
Yeah, Wassey's had to do it all with the bat. Just couldn't quite jump to get to that one. Kieran Powell goes again. Goes high, straight down the throat of the fielder this time. Well, that is the breakthrough they needed. He looked like he meant business. Boundary after boundary. And finally, Jashmid has his man, and Kieran Powell, he goes for 21. Caught on the boundary. Really good awareness of the rope by the fielder out at wide long on.
It was a great catch by the fielder, and Kieran Powell was trying to go hard after hitting 2 back-to-back boundaries. There was no need for that shot, but Jamshed was able to get him out. After 26, Team India lost their first wicket, but definitely Kieran Powell did his job for his team. It's a great start for Team India, an aggressive start.
Well, that brings captain Ravi Bopara to the middle. Made 29 yesterday, top scored for the Indians as they struggled in setting 104 against the Windies, but successfully defended it, and we saw what their bowlers could do today. So what can Ravi Bopara do with the bat? Picked up 2 wickets, 2 and 2 balls earlier, both clean bowled. So having a good day so far.
Ravi Bopara has to face his first delivery.
Right time over, 1 to go.
Oh, Ravi Bopara hit his first ball and it went straight for 4 runs. It's a great shot by Ravi Bopara. A dream start for Ravi Bopara. First ball, boundary. This has been an expensive over.
Yeah, opens up his account with a boundary. Continues with the same intent that Powell was playing before he dismissed on the boundary just the previous delivery. But Ravi Bopara, been around the world, played in leagues around the world. Here at the American Premier League is showing what he can do from ball 1.
The way he started, it seemed that they have some kind of different plans, but after 2 overs, it's 30 runs with the loss of 1 wicket. The run rate is 15 runs per over. And now here we can see an international star, Samit Patel, for his first over of the innings.
Spin from this end. Well, that's gone high. It's gone very high and straight down the throat of the fielder, who drops it. Well, well, well. How costly could that prove? Samit Patel brought into the attack, and he almost had the breakthrough with the very first delivery, and he would have had.
It was an easy catch, but dropped. When you have a low total, you need to take these kind of catches.
And then he follows it up with a wide down the leg side. That's nice. Nicely defended. And here was that skewed up in the air, mistimed. The fielder just came forward too far. Bopara
Here he
sweeps, and that will be 4 off the bat of Ravi Bopara. He takes on the Englishman, Englishman to Englishman. And there's a bat tap and a fist pump in the middle. They're trying to get this done quickly, the Indians, thinking about that net run rate further down the line as well. How quickly can they chase this down?
It was a great shot by Ravi Bopara. He only faced 2 balls and 2 back-to-back boundaries. So here he comes.
Again, going for the sweep, the appeal. The arms go up. They really like it. Umpire completely unmoved. Samit Patel thought he had his man. Yeah. Going down leg if that's what they were appealing for, and then just clipped off the pads by Bopara for the one.
Samit Patel is not giving any room to the batters after he got conceded for a boundary. He's bowling good. Here he comes again. Oh, the batsman just defended the ball and the keeper grabbed the ball. 3 overs done.
Well, just look at that view. Glorious cricket ground here in Houston, Texas, the Musa Cricket Stadium for season 2 of the American Premier League. Proof that cricket in America is here to stay and on the way up. Sharing the hosting of the Men's T20 World Cup next year with the Caribbean out in the West Indies, and then also looking further ahead, even further ahead, to the LA 28 Olympics, where T20 cricket will be part of that, both men's and women's. So cricket in America is very much here and here to stay and growing day by day.
It is growing a lot here. New bowler in the power play after 3 overs, 40 runs with the loss of 1 wicket.
Yeah, well defended. Good pace, that. It's Yusuf Zazai. Continues. He's bowled 1 so far, an expensive over. And starts his second with a dot.
The whole credit goes to Rawan Powell, the way he started for his team. It was an aggressive start. And with that being said, the required run rate is only 3.80.
Yeah, Kieran Powell really injected some impetus into the top of that innings, set the foundation. And then Ravi Bopara came out and is trying to carry on in the same way. 9 from 6 for him. And the other opener, Rajdeep, has not really had much to do yet, faced just the 4 deliveries. He's been a close spectator as such.
Afghan can still come up in the game if they can get to 2 to 3 wickets in the power play. Third ball.
Kept low, that.
Kept very low, and the keeper even couldn't grab it. He was successfully able to save it.
Well, Yusuf Zazi, this is just what he wanted from the beginning of this over. After his first was expensive. 3 dots so far here. Well, that's gone up in the air. It's going to land safe. Fielder's coming around. It plugs slightly, and they do the work and prevent the boundary, and they'll come back for the second.
It was definitely a great shot by Ravi Bopara. It was a slower delivery, and he just flicked it for 2 runs. And the fielder had a huge chase. Only 2 runs off his 4 deliveries. Yusuf, he is having a great comeback in his second over.
That's chipped up in the air. Fielder coming in, but it does land safe, and it's fumbled somewhat, but it'll just be the one. Well, the score moves on to 43, and the run rate over 11. All they need is 3.77 and over.
The bowler seems to be not happy. He was expecting that the Mahesh will grab the ball and catch.
In again. Shorter. And looks to swing, Rajdeep does, but he lets go of his bat and he ends up just sort of one-handedly pirouetting.
It's a wide ball. It's been called a wide ball. So an extra run added to the scorecard. After 3.5, 44 runs with the loss of 1 wicket is definitely a great start by Team India. Ron Paul was the batter who gave them a positive foundation.
Short, flicked away, and the fielder does well to get round to it and cut it off just on the boundary rope.
Over.
It's a boundary check, but I believe he saved 3 runs for his team.
I think we're just checking on that boundary. But from where I am, which is a fairly good vantage point, seemed good. We're just got to check if that foot is touching the Toblerone.
Wherever you were before last one.
Here's Samit Patel for his second over.
Quicker ball from Patel, worked along the ground. Won't mind that, get Bopara back on strike. 12 from 10 for him, striking over 100.
Ravi Bopara and Rajdeep, they are playing really good. They have a partnership of 20 runs.
Well, that's full and it's beaten him. He ends up almost falling over backwards, Bopara.
There is going to be a check for a stumping.
Right, checking with the TV umpire. Well, absolutely fine on the front foot. No surprises there.
Checking the stumping, Ravi.
And let's see this. He does shuffle down the crease.
Yeah, maybe.
And he's very quick to get that foot back over the line, Bopara.
Ravi Bopara was able to ground his foot on time, so no damage done, not out. Oh, Ravi Bopara takes on Samit Patel. It went for a huge 6. It was a massive 6. He followed the ball and it went for a huge 6. What a great shot that was from Ravi Bopara. He moves to 18. He's playing a captain innings for his team.
Yeah, taking on his fellow Englishman. And
the ball even went out of the stadium and the fielder has to go and get the ball from out of the stadium. It was a great shot. Definitely Ravi Bopara, he's playing a key role for his team with the bat and ball.
That's a good recovery from Samit Patel. Just quicker through the air, tucks up Bopara.
And it was a great defend from Ravi Bipora. It's a positive response. He's just looking for a loose deliveries.
Nicely defended into the offside. Fielder comes in.
No runs. A good comeback by Samit Patel, but the damage has been already done by Ravi Bipora and Team India. They only need more 52 runs.
Yeah, good work, good quick running. Also interesting to see they've got a slip in play.
Yeah, it's a good running between the wickets, between Ravi Bipora and Rajdeep. It seems that they have a good understanding.
Yeah, and with closes out the 5th over. You see, the Aussies are in town for their first game this afternoon. Well, you wouldn't miss them in those trousers, would you?
Bowling change, right arm over. Right arm.
Big bird yellow. I know the Australians would call it gold. Well, 5 overs gone, just 1 to come in this first power play.
Last over of the power play. This has been an expensive power play.
Well, in contrast to the power play in the first innings, which saw wickets tumbling in all directions.
Usman Ghani. He bowled his first delivery and the batsman well defended straight to the fielder. No runs added to the scoreboard. Team India, they are batting very good.
It's nicely defended again. This is tighter bowling.
It was a slower delivery and the batsman just defended straight to the bowler. Ravi is not taking any risk at the moment, as he know that they are all over in a control for this game.
Yeah, well ahead of that run rate. Ravi Bipora goes aerial, and that will be 4.
It's a pure timing, all long on for 4 runs. What a great shot and what a player he is. Ravi is playing very good after blocking 2 back-to-back balls. He was able to concede a boundary on the 3rd ball of Usman Ghani's over. Another good shot, but slightly a misfielding, which would let the Indian batter to sneak a run. It's a great start by Team India. They are in a hurry to finish and looking to take their run rate as high as they can.
Short ball flicked away. Fielder comes around to cut it off. But still playing with that intent, regardless of how far ahead they are of that run rate. They only need 46 of the next 86 deliveries. Up in the air, that is massive.
That's a massive 6 straight down the ground. That's Ravi Bipora's second 6 of the innings. What a great shot. Straight went like an arrow. As we have spoken already that Team India have different plans for these games.
Yeah, you see, he just uses his feet, gives himself some room and just holds the pose as he watches it soar back over the bowler's head. And it's just giving the Aussies something to think about as it almost lands in their dugout. And that is the end of the power play, and a very successful one too for the Indian side. They need just 39 more from 84 deliveries, 65 for 1 at the end of 6. 12 coming off that final over of the power play. And Rajdeep gets some of the strike. It's a rare occurrence. And Samit Patel continuing with his third over.
Let's go, boy.
Well, he's gone for the sweep and picks out the fielder. So they'll come through for one, gets Bopara back on strike, which is not what you want to see if you're an Afghan fan. And that's good work from Samit Patel. Fuller and quicker.
He's bowling straight wicket to wicket. Finally a dot ball.
Nicely defended by Bopara. Well, they've got a lot of thinking to do, these Afghans. Who can they turn to? That's chipped up in the air. Will be safe. Who can they turn to try and get rid of Ravi Bopara? Because he is the man of the moment.
Last ball of the 7th over. Here he can. Ravi Bopara was interested to take a run, but Rajdeep denied to take a single.
So at the end of 7 overs, the Indians 66 for 1. That target 104 looks well within reach. Well, you wonder what they'd be saying at this point, this Afghan side, trying to keep their heads up. They did well to recover, and so would have been feeling positive at the end of their innings, having got themselves up to something perhaps defendable. But Ravi Bopara, coming off the back of Kieran Powell's explosive start to the innings, is sort of taking the game away from them.
If they can get 1 to 2 wickets, they definitely can come in the game. As they have did the same thing in batting, they recovered good.
Well, this man made the difference, Abdul Wazi. He scored 45, unbeaten.
Can he make a difference by his bowling? Can he? Let's find out.
That'll just be the one. Yeah, 45, unbeaten at the end there. Almost half of his team's runs, and he was impactful player. Now he's going to have to come and do something with the ball. He's done it with the bat already. If he can get rid of Ravi Bopara, he'll be a hero in the Afghan dugout. Just having a discussion with the umpire. Well, he goes aerial again, and again it is massive. It's even bigger than the first one. It almost takes out Ben Cutting on his foam roller over the Toblerone, but Ravi Bopara, he wants to get home for his lunch. He wants to get this done quickly, and that is a big 6 off the bat of the Englishman.
It was a great stroke out of the park. He is definitely in a hurry to finish this innings. All the 36 runs of only 25 balls.
It's nicely recovered from Wasi.
The good thing about Team Indian player is that they are only waiting for the loose balls. And when they get a chance for the loose balls, they are only risking the loose balls.
Yeah, well, they don't need to take those risks, do they?
They don't need it, but since the start of the game, as we saw that there was a huge change between Afghan and Team Indian. The way Team Indian started, it was a positive start, and by which we can see that their run rate is 9.73 here.
Well, there we go again. 6 more.
That was a low 6 and went loop it, but there has to be a check. The fielder called that it's the ball bounced before hitting the rope, but
well, it was flat as you like, hit with so much power. And it walloped into those hoardings out there. And I think they're just having a look at the ball in case that's changed the shape of it. Well, what an innings this has been from Ravi Bopara. 42 from 27 for him. He picked up 2 wickets with the ball. Just giving the ball a dry, a clean.
Can this ball change a luck for team Afghan? Abdul Wasi is ready for his 5th ball. Here he comes, balled. It was a slower delivery and Ravi Bopara hit it straight to the bowler. No runs, 8-8. After 8 overs, 79.
Yeah, that target, 104. Doesn't look very far off now, does it?
Seemed to be they were able to make it very easy, as we were thinking.
Yeah, we thought they'd make light work of it, but we didn't realise it'd be quite this fast. And it was all started with the power hitting of Kieran Powell at the top of the innings. He started off, he set the ball rolling and sort of set the tone for the innings. And Ravi Bopara has just come in and just gone bish, bash, bosh and sent it to all parts. Well, Rajdeep joins the party. Anything you can do, Ravi, I can do too.
It's a huge 6. He just joined the party with a huge, massive 6. Now we can definitely say that Ravi and Rajdeep can take his team over the line. It's a great start. First ball went for a 6. This can definitely put a huge pressure on Samit Patel.
Umpire just having a look at the ball again. Discussion with Samit Patel. Just a little clip. Get your nail scissors out. And that's good recovery from Samit Patel, but they'll still scamper through for the 1. That brings Bopara back on strike. He's 42 from 29. Remember, he picked up those 2 wickets as well earlier. The Indian captain. They lost the toss, so the Afghans won the toss and elected to bat, making 103.
The way Ravi Bopara is playing, we will get to see his first 50 of the innings and also for the APL Season 2.
Well, not just yet. Anything can happen in cricket. He still needs another 8 runs.
Good one, good one.
But it slightly is possible now. He has to just sneak it for singles or doubles. Oh.
And there could be 2 here, but they're just going to settle for the 1. Patel in. Well, it started with a 6 and finishes with a dot. 8 coming from it, end of 9. The Premium Indians, 87 for 1. That target, 104. Just 17 runs away. Ravi Bopara, the star of the batting show, 43 from 32.
They are definitely not giving any chance to Team Afghan to go on top of the innings, but here he comes. Ravi Bopara, straight, long on, 6. What a great shot. He just flicked it. He is hitting the ball 4 and 4. First ball, 6 again. Last over, he was Rajdeep hit a 6 on the very first ball of the over, and now Ravi Bopara. He needs only 1 more runs for his first 50 of this American Premier League.
Solid in the defence. He can do it all. He can launch it for 6, but he can also play a nice forward defence. Ravi Bopara, 49 from 33 for the Englishman. Just 11 needed for the Indians to clock their second win and make it 2 from 2 in the tournament so far.
Just 11 more runs required on 64 balls.
Well, there it is. There he goes. Ravi Bopara. He goes again. Bang, bang. And he brings up his 50 with a 6.
Wow, first 50. What a great shot. No one can stop Ravi Bopara today. He is dealing at 6s. Can he finish the innings and the upcoming 2 balls? Can he? He seems to be in a hurry. Whoa.
And he's bowled him. That is the end of Ravi Bopara going back to 1. And Wazzy, he's just been hit for 2 big 6s. And it might just be a consolation prize, but he does have his man, Ravi Bopara. He's done all the heavy lifting. He's got his team almost over the line. He won't be there at the end. He eventually goes. He's bowled, but what an innings it has been from Ravi Bopara. 55 from 36. And the Indians, 99 for 2. They need just 5 more, and he gets a high 5 on his way out. What an innings from him. He'll get all the applause from his team as he heads back to the dugout.
He has played a key role for his team with the ball and with the bat, and he was able to manage his team, take over the line, but still he got out.
Well, I think that's going to bring about a quick drinks break, so we'll be back in just a few moments.
What's the equation? What's the equation? Yeah, I thought I heard 9.
No, not like 9.
Next time, but the right time over 2 to come. Copy that. How many runs to go? 5. How much ball is it? 5. Did you ask for the score?
5 बाकी भाई.
That's accurate. That's good.
5 बाकी 6 या 5.
Let me know when we could go.
Well, so it's almost nearly done here. Drinks are over. Just 5 to win for the Indians. Ravi Bopara, the man to go for 55. An explosive 55 for him, the Indians captain. 99 for 2, target 104. And that brings up the Indians 100. 100 for 2 after 9.5, so they need just 4 more runs to take this victory, their second of season 2 in the American Premier League, led by their captain, Ravi Bopara. Well, Rajdeep wants to get it done quickly. Fielder comes in, takes the catch on the boundary. He knew where the rope was. It is not over until it's over, and it's not over yet.
2 wicket, and this over has been a successful over despite hitting for 2 6s by Ravi Bopara, but still 2 back-to-back wicket, and it might not change a lot of things, but still the game is not over, and credit goes to the fielder too. He covered a huge ground and caught the ball, and he made it very easy and simple as you like. But still 4 more runs to go, and 10 more overs and 4 more runs, which seems to be very easy. And Team India, credit goes to Ravi Bopara and Karan Powell, the way they batted and the way they gave the platform for their lower and middle order batter. We definitely has to give them a credit for their beautiful innings.
Yep, just 4 needed now. 2 new batters out in the middle. As Tushar Srivastava comes out to the middle. 4 needed, 3 wickets down. And plenty of time, ample time, 10 overs to score 4 runs. How quickly can they get this done?
Whoa.
Not just yet.
It was a good delivery, and Rajdeep played it straight to the bowler. For the first time we are seeing a left arm spinner. Here he comes, a good googly ball, but couldn't manage to sweep it, and the keeper was able to grab the ball. 2 back-to-back dot balls.
Just feeling outside off. Wide signalled, well, brings the deficit. They need just 3.
Here is another wide.
That will be the game. Down the leg side, it's a bit of a flaccid end to this innings that's had so much power to it, but the Indians will take it either way. Wide down the leg side, races away for 4, and that finishes it off. The Indians chasing down 104 inside 11 overs, led by their captain, Ravi Bopara. The Afghans, well, there's some thinking to do, back to the drawing board perhaps. But today has been all about Team India. It started in that first over. Stephen Wigg, he kicked it off, early wickets, got the squeeze on, and the Afghans never really got themselves back into the game. Yes, we saw 45 and 2 wickets from Abdul Wazi, but he couldn't do it single-handedly, and they have been well and truly convincingly beaten by the Indians here. So that makes it 2-2 for Team India. They beat defending champions Windies yesterday, and they've taken down the Afghans today. And, well, they are a team to keep your eye out for because they are hot, hot, hot.
Yeah, they played really good, 2 back-to-back wins, and they definitely deserve it, though. The way they recovered from yesterday, they were able to defend 104 runs, and today they were able to manage to chase 105 runs in just 10.2 overs. We can definitely give credit to Ravi Bopara and Rawan Powell, Rajdeep, the way they batted and took their team over the line. Definitely it would be a team to look out for, and they definitely deserve this win.
Yeah, shaking hands out in the middle, like you say. Kieran Powell at the top of that innings set things off. It wasn't a hefty chase, but we did see them struggle with the bat yesterday. But it is all about Team India today. They've been absolutely clinical, led by Ravi Bopara with ball, with the bat, and as the captain.
We should also give some credit to Abdul Wazi, the way he played 45 runs on just 48 deliveries, and with the ball he got 2 wickets and 1 over. Well, 2 set batsmen, including Ravi Bopara.
Yeah, definitely some thinking to do for the Afghans, but this was how the story went for the Indian batters. Well, it started off with Kieran Powell at the top. He went boom, boom, boom until he was dismissed trying to do one too many. Rajdeep Dabar, he showed us what he could do, hitting a few big ones, but Ravi Bopara, he led the charge, 55 from 36, and then it was just a procession to victory in the end. pick of the bowlers, Abdul Wazi. He was also pick of the batters. Not a lot really to write home about for the Afghan bowlers. A difficult day for them. Low total to defend. Low total to defend. A difficult day for the Afghans. Back to the drawing board, but the Indians, they've won it by 7 wickets. They make it 2 from 2, and I believe Roshni has the man of the match.
Indians versus the premium Afghans, and the premium Indians are 2 for 2. They win by 7 wickets. Join with me at the man of the match and the skipper, Ravi Bopara, taking 2 wickets and 55 off of 36 and 6 sixes. Not easy to hit sixes out there.
No, it's a tough pitch. It's shown throughout the tournament. If you can get around that 140 mark, you're in with a chance to win or defend that score. Or if you're chasing 140, it gets a little bit tricky. But yeah, it went well today. A little bit different wicket from yesterday. It's not as shiny today, so there's a little bit more time to hit the ball. Although the spinners were more difficult today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think to be able to chase this in 11 wickets, a lot of positives as well. I mean, the bowling was fantastic, but today with the batting, you out there, even Rajdeep, looked really good out there. Yeah,
I think all the players are playing well at the moment, especially in the top 4. To be honest, they're the only ones that have got a chance so far.
Yeah.
But it's a weird way to play this game. You know, there's going to be a lot of dot balls. I think as a batsman, you just don't panic. You just got to make sure you can clear the ropes when you get the opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's important to stay the patience. But 2 and 2 now, you know, one of the teams to sit there at top of the table. It is start the beginning of the tournament, but I think it's really good when you only have a few games to play.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's nice to be sitting there. I think after sort of we were looking at trying to be at the top of the table after the first 3 or 4 games, so it's worked out so far. But we got 3 important games coming up.
Absolutely. Now, as skipper, you know, what is going to be kind of the talk? I mean, right now things are going well. How are you going to keep that momentum going?
Look, we're not going to overdo anything. Keep it simple, basics. Assess the wicket. That's the most important thing here in this ground, is assessing the wicket early, whether you're batting or bowling, and knowing how you're going to play on that wicket on that day. So I think that's the most important thing today, because it's not a consistent wicket. So you know, we're not playing in England or in Australia where you get consistent wickets everywhere. You go India, for example, but here you don't know what you're going to get. You just got to assess it early and then be the best at playing those conditions on the day.
Well, as the days get chillier, I hope you get a long sleeve as well, but congratulations and well played.
Thanks.
Well, that's it here. That was Ravi Bopara. Brilliant performance. Thank you. Next up, we have the Australians, the premium Aussies, versus the premium Paks.
They win it by 7 wickets. It was very much their day. Well, luckily for you, there's yet more cricket to come this afternoon. We're going to see the Aussies in action for the first time. So the premium Aussies will be taking on the premium Windies. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in not too distant future.
Stay tuned with us for the second game.